For vessels at sea, lighthouses serve as a guide for navigation. But for Portland, Maine's Dominic White, they serve as a guiding light for life. The artist who grew up in Scituate, Massachusetts, is on a mission to paint and visit every lighthouse in Maine.
Parents had a boat, small boat in Scituate Harbor, and we'd go out, and it was always, right past Cedar Point Lighthouse. And I always loved the stories about it, the Bates girls and the Daughters of the Revolution going out there to scare off the British ships. That's kind of like my love of lighthouses starts there.
Though he demonstrated a love for art in early childhood, White's teenage years were crucial in learning that painting could pay off.
It wasn't really until I got to high school, Thayer Academy in Braintree, where my art teacher, Bill Searle, was really encouraging. And I think his exact words were, if you didn't really know what you want to do in college, you could probably get into art school.
White did just that. A stint in Seattle followed, where he worked in web design. But it wasn't long before White's native region and his paintbrush pulled him back.
I miss New England a lot, so I just decided to come back and wound up in Portland.
Tell me the origin story, the genesis of this idea to paint all of the Maine lighthouses.
Something I'd always kind of wanted to do, and then life gets in the way. And sadly, after a long battle with cancer, my wife had passed away, and I was looking for something to kind of just focus on. And I said, yeah, why not do this? It'll get me out of the house. It'll get me all around Maine, which was something we liked doing. If not now, when?
In 2024, White quit his job and made art his full-time focus, with lighthouses his most common muse. The project is ambitious and challenging. When we visit his studio, he has painted 13 of the state's famed beacons. There are 67, is that 67 lights?
It depends on who you talk to. I mean, I look online, I see anywhere between 67 and 71.
White is dedicated to the project, often securing a boat to capture the perfect view of some of the state's famed lighthouses.
Some private lighthouses that I visited and have been able to take photos from lookouts across the bay or along the beach or whatever, so I'm still able to get close enough.
When you go to the lighthouses, what are you getting from that experience? What are you drawing from it?
I just love going to new places and seeing things I haven't seen before, and learning things that I didn't know before, and just things I would never think about.
Sometimes White is able to achieve this close to home. During a visit to Portland's Bug Light, we learn the design was inspired by a lighthouse in Greece. Do you feel pressure at all now that you've set this goal for yourself?
I don't. I was talking to somebody else about it, and there was some miscommunication, and he thought, I guess I made it sound like I was going to try to finish them all in a year. Oh. Yeah, that would have been impressive, but not doable. So no, I don't feel any pressure. It's something fun to do, and it keeps me going.
And is that life is short element part of what will drive you think? I mean, I think about this because it's New Year's, right? We just passed New Year's, and this is about the day when people stop. They quit their resolutions, right? So,
right.
Are you going to stick with it? And
I'm definitely sticking with it. Just it's so much fun. Haven't lost my enthusiasm for lighthouses yet, so I don't anticipate it.
That image is just so beautiful, and the finished painting behind us is actually Squirrel Point Lighthouse in Maine.
It's the painting that Dominic was working on when we visited his studio in Maine. Now look, this project's going to take some time, but Dominic says, look, I'm all about the journey. He's looking forward to that. He's already, however, looking at lighthouses in Massachusetts and Canada for future projects, so he's focused.